Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of Nothing Serious. Thank you for giving us so much love the past week. We appreciate it. People that subscribed, liked, commented, thank you. We are so grateful.
Absolutely.
I've been going through our comment section.
Which are just so many, man.
Guys, we are so grateful.
Yeah.
I think, do you want us to read us some comments?
We can go through a few. We can go through a few.
That's all I can say.
To the person that said Mutuzo nice house, thank you. Thank you. Who was it? I think it was like Danny something. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate the comments. The guy that said Mutuzo fits into the conversation properly. Thank you.
Man,
Just looking out for comments.
but Shakib, in the comment section.
I think the very first person who commented, Mr. Influence Edgy Reports, just said vibes. Thank you very much. The second guy who actually said first to comment, he's missed it by like a microsecond. That was Kamale Umar. Thank you very much. Sarah Sumin, amazing. Thank you as well. Evas Kanyere, interesting. Thank you so much. Kashogi says Kasound people. Otherwise, kudos. Tukwebazanyo.
Yeah, I have D Kamwine. This is Dora. Big shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for watching the pod and subscribing. She says, I have really enjoyed the show. I have like 10 comments because y'all.
Nice.
Listen, I said I got a piggy bank just to get money for the influencers that I will use for Mutuzo graduates.
Do you know what Esther said? When she said tugenda kusonda sente, there was a silence. Don't let Ugandans feel. But Ugandans can hype you. They will hype you and hype you.
There's a guy here, Jovan Philip Kasule, said Faizo is a vibe, bro. The glue of the pod. What did I? Margaret Chirabo says amazing. Grace has laughing emojis here. Edwin does my guy is shining. Shout out, Danze. Well done. Thomas says, guys, what have we eaten today?
Aina is good with the cover stuff. The body is dope. But I feel like you people, oh my god, I'm going beyond it. As for B-Wall, God it. Whatever you are saying, I hope it doesn't get you to marking your code.
Yeah. Oh, there's this that I want to read. Someone says, absolutely loved it. Thank you. Aina is a pav through and through. You are not
Obviously,
wrong. He is. Same as Bill. True. As for paper, Simaina Kumanya, all in all, nice stuff. Guys will be watching every week.
Brilliant.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
guys
We
so
love
much.
you
Nicholas
too.
says a good start.
Really
A
appreciate.
good start for a pod. Malika says you're all too delulu and it's fun. Michael says loving the energy, guys. Diary of a Mzungo. This is Charlotte. She says nice one, guys. Samuel says sound guy did great work. Woo. Well done.
Thank you, Prince.
Jacqueline says, I think you, man, you're still cohabiting. I don't know who that is. That's probably.
Me, I'm not cohabiting. But obviously,
We want point fingers.
Obviously,
Let's
words.
not
Use
point
your
fingers.
words properly.
Yeah. And then there's one last one I wanted to read. This is my guy. He says, nice one. Nothing serious but interesting. B-Wall representing us, the fossils. Shout out to all the elders in the building.
I need to hear a
Guys.
story about fossils.
Yeah.
Guys,
Anyway.
we might not have read every
there's just too
comment,
many.
but we appreciate
Thank
it.
you very
We
much.
thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you so much. Please to be calling our to every week.
I'm coming.
Yeah, thank you.
subscribing.
Moving on.
If you haven't subscribed, man, just head over to YouTube, look for Nothing Serious, subscribe, head over to Instagram, Nothing Serious UG, TikTok, Twitter, X, just look for Nothing Serious UG, like, follow us individually as well. Yeah, just be part of the fun, man. It's nothing serious.
Yeah. And tell us also what you think, what subject you think we should explore, right? Tell us as well if you have any comments on what we've talked about. Let us know if maybe I need a new shirt. If let us know if this guy's beard needs to be trimmed. Let us know whatever is
Talk
on your
to
mind.
us.
he has
Talk to us.
definitely never cheated on his barber.
No, I don't cheat, by the way.
Because,
I don't cheat. I'm just generous.
Speaking
Let's
of hours,
change the
how was your week?
subject because mutanso kulimba, yet we had agreed.
On a public
No,
platform.
but I'm choosing this since me I don't cheat.
Tuchite.
Moving on.
Katugo wakana.
Tuchite.
Dasha, moving
Abakumanyi
on.
Tugambe byatambudde bitya eyo?
Yes.
The week was amazing for me really. I must say I've been having most of the energy focused on episode 2. That's the truth. I've been wondering when this Wednesday is going to come through. So we shoot every Wednesday in case you didn't know. So I just been looking forward to what we're going to talk about and what the expectations of the people are going to be for the second episode. And listening to Circumference once in a while here and there. Yeah. I'm just trying to get the hang of it.
Ujatu okusentezo. But it's okay. Bebe cool.
Okay, moving on.
It's also okay. Just sing as later on. Kupoda abantu bange baziliye.
I know, right?
But so you have to take a Circumference.
Okay, that was nice, but
Well played. Say, how was my week? My week has been pretty eventful. I'm a sports freak, so a lot of sport going on. United suffering left, right, and center. So a bit of cheers there. Yeah, twabimanyira, but naffe tuli bantu. Tufulira obulumi. So there was that, and then just before I came to this pod, I came from court. I have an ongoing relationship with the regime. They call me every now and again for a date. They've pushed it to April 8th.
Can I guess what it's about?
What is it?
Asking him about the dinosaurs. Like what led to the extinction. If you introduce yourself
Taking
as
shots.
fossil
For those who don't have the context, I am still a guest of the state. They call me whenever they need me. So our case was adjourned to 8th April. But I'm not a criminal.
I just wanted to know who's
Sure.
more into
I
the
am
other.
not
Like who
a
keeps
criminal.
looking for the other?
Do
Like, do you think the state is more into you or you're more into the state?
I think it's a love-hate relationship. They love, he hates.
I don't know. It's a hate relationship. But yeah, it's been a pretty dope week. But also, as you said, looking forward to this second episode. Considering all the outpouring of love, I got some messages from people I had not talked to in a long time. They're like, "Hey, you're with these cool people on the pod." I'm like, "Yeah, I know them. They're my guys." So,
That's a nice Olivier.
that was dope.
Well, for me, the week started off so well. I started school again. I am suffering considering I have to wake up very early every morning. But besides that, nothing else really has been that eventful for a mention. But ebyange tebirwayo tomanya next week.
Something will come up.
Drop the bomb, money. Drop the bomb.
So anytime we are entering our WhatsApp
Ebyange
group.
bwe bityo. So how was your week?
Yeah, I feel like first of all, your weeks have been very uneventful, you guys.
Yeah.
They
Me,
have.
I attended a Kinyarwanda introduction.
Okay.
You guys,
Not yours, right?
I wouldn't
No,
be
it's
here.
just to be
Sometimes you're the guy who's coming to different countries.
it was somebody else, right?
It was somewhere else. It
Yeah,
was
okay.
a relative. Okay, my cousin brother.
Okay.
Was getting married. So it was this. They were introducing us to the family. Banyaranda family. It was very, very beautiful.
It's always classy and
Very
elegant
beautiful,
and
very like calm and all that. But all of a sudden, since then, I've had fever. Been battling with fever. So yesterday, as I was preparing for the pod, boom, I literally almost faint. Like I had fever.
Damn, bro.
It was so bad. I had to go to hospital probably like at 10, 11 p.m. ish.
So-
Everything was fine until now. The people who took me to hospital were my young sister and my girlfriend. And this is like 24, 25 years old. I'm a
yeah.
32-year-old person. Bruh. These people had to see me cry. Like all my aura points.
Yeah, go on.
Like I sat there. I even wanted to stop some tears, but I was like,
couldn't.
man,
But
now all the aura is
Yeah, but your
gone.
girlfriend has seen you
Let
cry.
me tell you,
right?
the girlfriend called me.
And
And
your
then,
sister has seen you cry a few times. as well.
no,
My sister,
the
no.
girlfriend called me and said, Faizo, they have admitted Faizo. And
Oh.
it was so shocking considering hours before he had called me with, hey, do you want to hang out?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
this
well,
That's
person
me.
told
That's
me.
me.
Like, life is so random.
But you seem to be in one.
Yeah,
You seem to be
bruv.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
I think. Do you know what you are diagnosed with? Did they tell you?
Bacterial infection. Man, the things we
What
get
did they
sick
tell you?
these
It
days.
must have entered you through the eyes
mentioned,
because
yeah.
you just mentioned where you are prior. I mean, I'm just saying, given the surroundings that were, coming through, you probably were overwhelmed. The eyes couldn't take it no more. Bacteria found its way into
You know what?
Isaac's body.
Actually, during the whole ceremony, the intro ceremony, there's a part where these guys, they're not like the Baganda tradition. The boys come, the sisters come, the aunties come.
Like
Here,
a
it's
lot
just
of-
one round.
Yeah, and that's
The
it.
sisters or the siblings, that's the only round that comes. Then they call one of you guys, like from the guy's side, to pick one. First of all, the girls represent us, the single ladies, like the finest.
Of
From the
course.
Did you
Chika,
pick
like 10
one?
of them.
I want you to say it now because I know your girlfriend is a very religious
guys.
follower
First of all,
Why
sport.
put the man under
She
pressure?
knows
The
how
man
to.
is sick.
She knows how to control this IV. So just because of that, let me tread carefully. But anyway, we presented very many beautiful women in front of us. Called one of our, let's say siblings of the groom
Yeah,
to come and just pick one.
yeah.
And this guy couldn't pick. Like he was.
I know,
Right.
that's
Right.
I
I have to do it
can't
in like 5 seconds.
I can't
That's so dangerous. I think that's why our culture is a bit considering, because they bring like different bunches.
How do you go to such a
different
buffet?
ages.
There are 10 different kinds of meat and
So-
they're telling you pick one.
I would like to say for the Rwandans watching this pod, man,
Yeah.
it was beautiful. Like,
Abanyarwanda
the ceremony
mwena turabakunda nokuri kw'Imana. Oh my God. Subscribe.
Man,
We need to do an episode in Kigali, by the way.
No, we shall.
We have
shall.
to.
Time
We have
is
to.
set.
I'm telling you guys.
and I think we should be much
Much.
or epic because John Legend is going to Kigali.
Yeah.
Thames is going. Come on, by Kampala, we've lost it.
Wait, Bebe Cool.
Officially.
Bebe Cool, we as Ugandans, and I say this on behalf of every Ugandan, because of what you did, because of what you did to Thames, we get to miss out on these amazing artists because
Yeah, they have beef
Throwing
with
them
us and
against-
whatnot.
No, but I mean,
No,
that's
Subhanallah.
It's not-
why would you do that
It's
to us?
just them.
Yeah, it was between them.
Yeah.
So
It
what I-
doesn't
You can't
matter.
blame
You
them.
see,
Cool.
So
Thames
let me-
is going to Rwanda, guys.
let me just share that.
We can't
the entire-
relate.
I mean,
The entire line,
Okay.
yeah.
Can
So one,
we relate?
John Legend is going to
Kigali?
Kigali. That's I think.
let's not mention the dates. Tebatsa Sudezabula.
Okay, fine. John Legend is going to Kigali.
Uh-huh.
Thames is going to Kigali. Banner Boy is coming to Nairobi.
Nairobi.
For us, we have Alien Skin vs Palazzo.
The $1 million question.
That's the
is,
show we're
though,
expecting.
What happened
Wait,
to
that
the
show is
capital
actually
Kampala?
happening. I thought it's just their was they're like making a show out of their beef,
no, it's
or
not happening.
No, they are not. Are they?
they have a show that has
Hey, listen,
bichi bichi.
one thing we've learned about Uganda, there is no smoke without fire.
It will
Whenever
eventually
two
happen.
artists are having beef, there is going to be a concert somewhere.
Would you go for that concert though?
To do what?
To see Palazzo and
Not
Alien
to-
Skin.
Let's respect one another.
Guys,
What
I
am I
want you
doing
to
there?
tell me, just give me 2 Alien Skin songs. Not in a bad way. I really don't know any.
You want me
No,
to
no,
buy
this is
sushi?
not the place for you. This is not the place for you to watch.
Is it that the song?
I'm not.
You want
I'm
me to
not
buy
saying
new
no.
shoe?
Guys, let's not even.
I'm not. I swear,
Yeah,
I'm not
let's
trying
chill-
to market
let's
the
chill,
man.
Alien
Skin.
I truly do not like him. I even said on Twitter some time back, I wish he had stayed in jail. Like if there's people that should stay in jail, he's among them. But what do you mean he sang a song saying he needs to buy a new shoe?
No, there's a certain audience
creative
for
with
which
his audience.
he's the
Bow,
perfect
bow,
artist, yes. We don't-
Katolaba Piper.
I am not
Piper is
that
Team
audience.
Alien Skin.
But there's an audience for which he's the perfect artist. Let's leave it at that.
Choose. Guys, let me ask you something before we continue this topic. Do I look like Palazzo? Because people always
When
call
you
me
think about
Palazzo at home.
No,
when you think
That
about
when you
it,
think
Palazzo-
about it.
Okay, not the height, but
Palazzo, but like with less money.
Subhanallah.
Like-
We are taking it, but nah.
you.
and with a smaller car.
N'empale mutera okwambala empale ze nzimu He likes those biggie things as well once in a
Anyway,
while.
back to the topic. So,
Oh,
do
yeah.
you guys feel like there's something wrong with Kampala? Because, man, just last year as well, Kigali probably received way bigger artists than we did. They had
Kendrick Lamar, bro.
We can't compete
Yeah.
with Kendrick.
Yeah.
you
I
guys.
think as Ugandans, we used to call ourselves the
Party
party
hub.
capital, whatever. I think we're starting to lose it completely. Like completely, people. We have artists fighting honestly and jumping over fences to attack each other in their homes. I think it's truly stupid. We have countries that are bringing in actually big artists and making so much money from it. I don't really understand where, as Ugandans, we are headed, but I don't. It's not such a bright future.
I disagree, but you first go. I'll tell you
I think for
disagree.
me, it has a lot to do with infrastructure at the end of the day.
So I think for me, for starters, it's infrastructure development, and I don't think money is the issue. I don't think so, because promoters have even made it very clear. Abitex the other day was on TV talking about how, as promoters, they get even help from Salim Saleh. No, but the other day was on TV talking about how General Salim Saleh came through during Weasel's show. He has also done that for a couple of other artists.
Yeah.
So you have that bit of financial muscle that we have, but infrastructure-wise,
We're lucky.
I think that's where we're lacking. Because Bigo, let me tell you, you would want to attend a Burna Boy show,
Definitely.
but where?
In Uganda, yeah. they used to-
When which group legend did we have a couple of years ago? Boys to Men.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Kololo,
Yeah.
where would you have put Boys to Men? You can't even put them in Serena.
No, you
So
can't
just
do
keep
that.
going to Kololo.
Look,
So
If
so
that's
so
the-
we'll
if that's the
we'll
argument.
keep, for lack of a better word, we'll keep with the mediocre artists.
Yeah.
Joe Boy.
Guys,
no,
No, I'm just saying. Okay, let's not name them.
Just make your
I don't mean to offend Joe Boy fans.
Let's not-
No, but I mean, if you were to say Joe Boy and Burna,
Let's move on. I don't think Uganda is regressing in terms of being the party capital of East Africa. We have regressed in terms of being the entertainment capital of East Africa, right? In the sense that people are now going to Kigali, people are going to Nairobi to perform and whatever. But to have a party, you will never beat Bana Kampala. And the thing about Bana Kampala, they don't even need too much. Just get 3-4 of them together, let them sit down, give them like a chiboto of some drink, and give them a boombox. It's over.
Can I tell you
So
why?
we don't need a lot.
Can I tell
we
you
are still
why?
the party capital.
Because we are on fake alcohol.
Of your Ugandans.
say someone who
Ugandans
doesn't
will come
Why are you
in.
judging us?
Auntie, that's why I have all your receipts.
Aliku juice.
That's why I have all your receipts. Let me tell you
Aliku
something.
juice.
When we are with our boys here, in our Kampala bars, they will take those 2, 3, 4 bottles of tequila. But when you're in Nairobi, Waliku Milan,
Yeah.
hey Joe, one
And they're
bottle.
out. And they're
Everyone
out.
is just
So we're
doing
drinking
weird.
fake alcohol.
Exactly. So everyone comes to Kampala with this whole thing of, man, these guys drink a lot, these guys drink a lot. Everyone wants to drink, but you guys are drinking fake alcohol.
Yeah, and there are some bars that were named. There are some bars that were named.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bars
yeah,
that
our
were named.
receipt.
Yeah.
Of course. She.
Juice guy.
The best
Yeah,
thing
our
about being
receipt
sober.
on
Yeah.
alcohol.
You see
The best
everything
thing
that's
about
happening.
being sober in the bar is you see everything. I see all the people are cheating.
Touch a bala to Jason, you are.
You
You had to talk about cheating. You had like you had to talk. He said, I say all the guys that are cheating. I just want to mention Faisal, you never once told me.
Yeah.
Look at the other guys. Why are we doing that on the pod? What are they talking about?
We used to party the entire time together.
Oh my God.
Guys, listen.
But it's okay. Let's move
this
on.
Producer,
Let's
Abukapati,
move on.
Abukajemo.
Talk a jam. Moving on.
Circumference. Veyo.
Video wajirami.
Circumference. Okay, fine. You're here
So
talking
guys,
about
you need to
Ugandan
tell us.
musicians.
You need to
We
tell
are
us.
talking about how big time musicians are not coming to Uganda anymore. They're going to all these other countries. But have you seen the rapport of some of the people in our industry today, like the negative press?
Yeah.
You get.
It's
The
just
other
too much.
day there was an artist. Was it Saha at UBC? There's a scuffle there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Really?
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
day, Alien Skin is fighting with Palazzo. Boom. The other day, there's an issue with chameleon. Boom. The other day, now there's an artist. Apparently, he tricked a girl into getting an abortion, and this girl is going like on every TV
Media,
and radio
yeah.
station and talking
Telling
about
her
it.
story.
And I think some of you guys have seen the story. Story about Vyroota. Yeah. So the thing is, we haven't yet had this story, unfortunately.
So you think the negative press around our artists could be affecting us in one way or the other?
I think so
Dash.
too.
I mean, when haven't we had a negative press with these
Yeah.
artists?
I think we are
When have we
like,
had positive press?
We haven't.
I feel like this time we are like at an all-time high.
I don't think we've reached there.
I don't think
Really?
we are.
But we're going there.
Like we've
Well,
had stories in less than a month. But let me say this about I failed to pronounce the man's name. Vyroota.
Yeah.
Vyroota.
That one. I think by the time this pod is put up, the story might have moved on. But I do think you should be in jail. I do think you should be arrested. I do think you should not be released.
First, give us some context. What
the
exactly?
context is,
What happened? Like what happened?
I was seeing videos on TikTok.
Her interview.
Her interview. She
What did she say?
She said, wrapping it up, she said a lot of things, but the summary is they were in some sort of relationship.
Okay.
She got pregnant. They went to hospital. She clearly, very clearly told these people she does not want to abort. She wants to keep her child. And these people, I think she mentioned like 3 men, the guy, the manager, someone else. I don't want to mention names for purposes of, they told her, I think, just to mention this, she's a senior 3 girl. So I don't know if she was the right age or there is also defilement in there. There's a question in there. But they told her that they were giving her pills that were supposed to make it safe for her and the baby. This is a senior 3 girl we are talking
Yet
about.
they were to induce abortion or something.
Exactly. Which is why I think you should be in jail. You should not be released. You should probably die there or something. What you did was inhumane.
Look,
It was wrong. Just give me the pillow because I will keep
The law just went everywhere. But guys, has Vyroota said anything in regards to the
I
situation?
tell you how,
Because
he's in jail.
He was arrested.
Picked up.
he was taken. He's inside.
No, he was released. The girl
I
says
don't know
he
if
was
did it,
released.
He was picked up.
The girl said he was only arrested for about 3 hours. When he got out to make his statement, he was then released.
Yeah.
Again, you should not leave jail.
Look, for me, I think that's just a symptom of a bigger problem, right? That Ugandan artists, and you mentioned this, that there's a lot of negative press, but there is this very horrible, myopic, archaic, ignorant thinking
I
that
think
any press is good
pillow.
press. There's that very horrible thinking that whether it's negative press or positive press, just get it as an artist and use it to launch your career, album launch and whatever. And that's really foolish. It's absolutely foolish. Because what we've learned, first of all, about this world today is people don't forget. If they do, the internet won't, right? So you're going to do something horrible because you want to, have an album launch or a concert or whatever, and your concert will go well. 2, 3, 4 years later, you've become a parent, right? Or you've decided to put music on the side. You now want to get a corporate job, or you want to move on with it, or there's something that you want to straighten your life. And those demons are going to come back to bite you. The foolish thing that Ugandan artists and entertainers in general assume is that people forget. And yes, Ugandans have this habit of moving on quickly, but I can guarantee you the screenshots that will come up for you because of this foolishness you're doing. There's a thing that NBS did one time. You guys remember?
On the stairs.
Yes, on the stairs. That thing
show,
where
I remember.
where
And they put it on a billboard.
Yeah, right. That sometimes you do something and you think it might create a bit of negative, but we need the talkability. But the after effect of that
fallout
is not worth it, and that's why our industry is horrible. Because everybody thinks, let me go to TikTok, let me say something controversial. People come, I get likes, views every day, I promote my song, I cover a concert, I get money, and move on.
Do our
That's
artists'
the foolishness.
literacy levels have anything to do
Absolutely.
with the way they act?
Absolutely.
Because we can all agree to disagree. Most of our
Absolutely.
artists have not gone through, that kind of systematic education all the way to the university. Most of them are high school dropouts. Some of them have not even made it to secondary, and for some reason they have masqueraded and they have managed to succeed.
But they are talented.
They are talented,
Yes.
absolutely. So when it gets to some of these decisions that they make or things they find themselves encountered in, do the literacy levels have something to do with them? To a particular
What do you mean by something? A lot.
a lot. You
Let me
go
tell you why.
to what extent do you think literacy levels?
No. Let me tell you why. How many classes had Justin Bieber gone up when he became a star? Wow.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I don't want to say it's because of the artist. I feel like it's management. Because at the end of the day, we've seen so many talented people still fail. We've seen so many even well-mannered people still fail, but I feel like it goes back to them. You don't get it. It's never just the musician. The musician is the front. The musician is the name of the brand. But there's so many other pieces around the musician that have to align.
These kind of situations unfold when we are still enjoying the likes of Message.
Because the management then was solid. Message management then was solid. At Africa Band, their management up to now solid. You get. You remember even I remember Maddox before he fell off. Solid, and now for him to come back, solid management.
Okay, let's
let me mention something.
After Matuza's.
That guy was with his manager. I even have a feeling manager Yamgamba because I am so pained, guys. By the way, I am truly pained, and like I think after shooting, I just go and
breathe in, breathe out,
But I'm so pained by this situation. This guy was with the manager. Someone brought up a video where he was talking about how he wants a kid, blah blah blah. Sometime in December,
talking about how he wants
he badly wants a child. The manager probably told him, "Listen, brand yo kati tewetaga mwana ono tumujemu." Again, both of you should be in
jail. The comments about the whole situation, because I thought people would be talking about
the girl. And people are trying to make it about her looks.
I don't want us to leave this conversation, guys.
Before we do, I'm really pained also. The reason why I think education is very, very important is the education gives you the vision to get the right people around you. That's what education does. And also, I'm not necessarily saying that if you're not educated, you can't go find life. That's not what I'm saying. But what education does is it gives you the tools to be able to make the right decisions. Decisions like getting the right manager, decisions like thinking long-term, short-term, decisions like financial discipline. All of these things come with education. So I really would want as many artists to embrace formal education as possible. That just because Justin Bieber or Bow Wow made it, do you know how many financial advisors Bow Wow has? Do you know the education they had? Do you know how many lawyers he has? Do you know how many? So the issue of saying that I don't have to be like Alien Skin normally very proudly says that, you know, I don't really need to be, even mentioned in some video that something to the effect of I'm a fool. I'm a fool. What you don't expect advice from me. I am a fool, you know. I don't need to, and I understand that. But you have to surround yourself with the right people who are educated, with lawyers, you know, with advisors. That is why education is important.
It just reminded me of
a simple line. But
the fool go take advice for an insult.
Moving on. The problem is all of you these days just surround yourselves with TikTok. That's it,
guys.
And that's the version of musicians we have today. TikTok musicians.
Talking about TikTok, TikTok was banned and half unbanned,
and it's still banned
in the US only.
In the US only. No. I say half unbanned because it's still banned, but can be used somehow. So half unbanned, and guys.
We got some free time without Americans. A few hours where we were free to insult them.
I miss cooking with Kaya.
She was arrested, bro. I don't know. Anyway, This is one of the things that
cooking comes with Kaya has broken relationships.
I landed
cooking with Kayla.
Kaya. Baby, the
guys. Guys, I did that intentionally. I want you to see.
Dang.
I
We
want
landed
you
in
to
that
see. Listen, they say the kaya with so much
But
energy.
She has good recipes.
There's any
I know, right?
There's any guy who has shimmering fire.
Shimmering
Question. Okay,
I've never smelled
question.
food from a
Who is that
screen.
girl?
I smell it.
Okay, who's
you
that
can-
girl that makes food from scratch?
Who? Who? Yeah.
The one that makes things
I
from
don't know.
scratch.
Kaya.
No, it's a fakukaya. Praise.
Praise sana YouTube yanje.
Praise channel YouTube.
And then Uganda tebamanyi. They say cooking. You just I said cooking with Kayla or cooking with Kaya. They did.
But let's move on because
praise mutandise
Anyway,
kumu
to
muli bantu bazibu nnyo, leave men alone. by the way.
where I brought that up is
I think it was fake news though in regards to the arrest of Kaya, because I also saw it on
Lava,
TikTok.
lava,
Apparently
lava, lava.
a neighbor complained of noise, what? Because you know
Hey.
she cooks while dancing, and
But
you
by
know,
the way, she's
so apparently
cooking,
a neighbor complained, then police checked it, and then when they searched, apparently they found some illegal substance.
they also learned how to cook.
That was the story.
you know,
but
you know.
Look at how invested
This
they
is just-
are.
listen,
Guys, we
this
go
is-
back to the banning of
This is
TikTok.
just by the way, right? That when the whole cooking with Kaya thing became a bit of a big deal, many girls
I am
got.
saying you're not
many-
saying it with energy. Say it again.
No, no, I'm using
Cooking
enough
with-
energy.
Cooking with.
Cooking with Kaya, guys. That very many girls, you know, were in relationships or whatever, had question marks with their boyfriends, and they were saying all these things. How can you know this thing and whatever? However, do you remember the Pierre thing on the Hudson show?
Yeah.
You know, the Mufasa guy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
So when the girls were doing that, no guy complained. Everybody kept going. They were
By
like,
the way,
"You
I
like
was
it?
like,
Enjoy
do
it."
it.
That is the difference between men and women.
For us,
Moving on.
We don't cause.
Yeah, we did cause, but do you know how that thing was
I have
popular
no
with the girls?
comeback, guys. I have no
so,
comeback.
yeah, you're
So I was saying, right now it's actually still banned, but Trump signed an executive order giving
Trump is
it
a
about
big boy.
75 days. So guys, we have
90?
75,
90 days.
70, 90,
90
whichever.
days, yeah.
We just know some days. We have some days to enjoy cooking with Kaya before she goes away completely.
Yeah.
But of course, Elon Musk is going to buy that stuff. You know, man.
I don't
There
know.
was also another video. I saw
Mr. Beast also wanted
Yeah,
to
Mr.
buy
Beast
it or
also
whatever.
wants to buy. But here's what Donald Trump is saying. He's willing to take a deal whereby, you know, they do a
50%.
50-50. So he's looking at about $500 million US for,
Yeah.
you know, the US government to benefit and also the Chinese government.
They'll get
So
a
the
deal.
conversations
I'm
are
positive.
still
They can't
going
let
on.
it
Yeah.
go.
Whatever they do,
I'm the most hopeful. I know. I
The
believe.
TikTok
I
was
truly
attended the
believe.
inauguration, right?
Yeah.
I truly believe TikTok won't be banned. I feel like Trump wanted something that will raise his points.
and
He-
he did raise his points, his
Yeah.
coin,
Yeah.
Trump
Yeah.
coin,
Exactly.
his rapport
So-
among the young people.
Yeah.
And TikTok
And
is also gaining because
God.
remember
Yeah.
now MAGA fans are joining TikTok. You get,
Absolutely.
even if it
They're
was
like, this
me,
is our thing.
yeah, they're like, man, our boys
hell
said
with
this.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go on TikTok. So
Yeah.
both of them
So,
gained because if you
For
look
me, that's it. Trump. You know, they first gave the first notification TikTok gave when it had just been banned. It had nothing to do with Trump, and then like a few minutes later, the notification changes to "We are working with President
yeah.
Trump." Please, please, please. I really do believe this was a Trump
best marketing
move.
campaign.
A very good move. If you ask me, a very, very good move. It was his move to raise his points. He did.
He did, yeah. He did.
Raised points, raised coins. Good
I-
for
I-
him.
I-
When you talk
I-
about Trump coins, I think that explains why the wife to Trump had to start dealing in crypto as soon as Trump was sworn in. Because there's also that news story making headlines that
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, but let's come back home.
to that crypto.
Let's come back home.
Come here where Uganda, they made it okay to be vehicle.
I just want to say to the Americans, welcome back to TikTok. But also, you've gotten a taste of what
Life is-
dictatorship can look like. For us here, we had the internet taken completely. So, you've gotten a taste of it. We are now one and the same. Thank you.
They can relate.
So
Yeah.
there are a couple of other executive orders Trump signed that are going to directly
Problems.
affect Uganda. So one is America has withdrawn from the World Health Organization, so that's
big.
$500 million gone.
Yeah, that's a lot.
He pledged to end. He's signing an executive order to end birthright citizenship.
Which means if you take your wife from here to the US to give birth.
Which means-
Omwana asigala mu
I know
Uganda.
what Shiba
Listen, which means Shiba should start her own church.
But she went to Canada, right?
Exactly, she
Fine.
prophesized. Because if she had done this in the US right now, she wouldn't be able
Yeah,
to get the
yeah,
citizenship. You
yeah.
get?
Uh-huh.
This is the advantage.
When you come back, nze ngenda kuba what is it called?
The advantage to that executive order is this. I want my kids to be American. So here is the thing. We are going to have to wait. Abadde bansaba as adda ku crown. You now realize I really cannot get pregnant.
No,
We have to wait. Tulina okulinda 4 years. Banji. Muli banji. But we gotta wait. We have to wait now for about 4 or 5 years.
So-
because I know better America. Me, I can't manage Ugandan things anymore.
By the way,
So we gotta
what's the
wait.
thing- What's that whole thing? So like when you're born as a US,
There's
the
so many
benefits.
advantages. Yes.
Yeah, great.
So
Forgive me, I'm Ugandan.
we gotta wait.
Born
You
Ugandan.
can't relate.
And you had no
But first-
plans of
first
bearing
continue.
a child in the US, did
First
you?
continue.
I need you to make better plans.
First
But
continue,
yeah,
Wama.
So he signed another one that removes the US from the Paris Climate
Oh,
Agreement.
that's
So that
was
means
massive.
a couple of NGOs here are going to lose funding.
Absolutely.
Empower the Department of Government Efficiency. Let me see. Suspended US foreign assistance for 90 days.
That was going to affect us
That
directly.
one.
Kati,
There's already conversations about the budget.
small
We have-
question.
Jesus.
Small question for our darling
Viewers.
dash. Mugenda kubba ki kati? What are you going to steal? Like, what are you going to take?
I didn't see that coming.
By the way.
This
I
guy is
didn't
so
say any-
conniving.
Let me tell you, I have not said anyone, just to be clear.
But yeah,
Sina
but
when you get there.
But-
But this is a question to the dash. What are you going
To steal.
to steal?
Me, I
There's
dare
no more
you to
foreign
fill
funding.
in the dash,
No.
dash, dash.
Mwabamanyi dash muteekako
What
ki,
what we can say
kuba
is
bibe Uganda, what will you take?
that the views expressed on this podcast do not represent the views of the entity that is nothing serious. It's individual views. Please, let's
You're
be clear about that.
overstraining that bit.
So
You
if
want it to be
you're-
taken alone?
So if you're commenting about something Mutuzo has said, that's not us. That is Mutuzo individual.
So-
Again,
Okay,
I
let
say
me
dash.
just-
Eh,
Let me rush to the rest. So declare that America only recognizes two genders, male, female.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you've
Yeah.
been eyeing a
I-
visa in the US because you're transgender in UG and you're getting heckled and all that,
I mean,
That's not
that
going
is a
to
bit
work.
progressive, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Then-
sad, very
Very,
sad
very
actually.
the biggest issue is immigration. So there's what they call an H-1B visa,
Yeah.
which you get because you have an American, let's say, bachelor's degree, an American degree, or an American qualification,
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
that allows you to stay. So right now, this guy is removing all those things. So definitely, there's some people who are going to have to come back.
No, come back home, guys. Come back home.
Oh yeah,
Komeo.
come back.
Mukomeo, maybe then,
Come back home.
when we all suffer, you'll understand
Yeah.
that we
Come
need
back
to
home.
fight for
And it's,
better.
and it's
So
not just Uganda,
come back home.
Africa, the
Yeah.
entire Africa. Lots of Nigerians are going to be deported.
I saw
Somalis
people
are going to be
celebrating when
deported.
Trump. I'm like, okay, this thing is
It's
going to
okay.
affect you particularly. It's going to affect you either in terms of your finances, or in terms of your rights, or in terms of somebody who you know who's working.
Oh,
for
I feel like
There's going to
I
be-
feel like I should mention this tweet that I saw that took me out, where the Kardashians' stepdad, what's his name? Her name?
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
Caitlyn
So
Jenner.
that's
Oh,
She was celebrating. Oh, thank God you've sworn in, and people cut
now
that
have to call
shit
you
so
Bruce.
fast, and they're like, oh, by the way, you do know you gotta be called Bruce now. I don't know what he was.
That was.
I don't know what,
Very, very
but
I love it.
But guys,
Yeah.
in a nutshell, in regards to Trump and his executive orders, on the other hand, I feel like if we had African leaders who were woke, this is when they need to get their craft together.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking 90 days of suspended, financial
Foreign
aid.
aid.
You know, what could happen after the 90 days? They could
You don't
extend.
know.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's talking about tariffs on to Mexico and Canada, 25%, and China as well, with effect from 1st February. This is already creating an economic crisis. So if we had African leaders who are woke, this would act as a blessing in disguise. Look at what the Burkina Faso president is doing. Ibrahim Traore is doing quite tremendous work without all the help coming in from the Western countries. So I feel like this is an eye opener for us if we really want to have our eyes open, or else we're going to dive deeper in the deep.
I don't know.
Do you think Uganda wants
We love being blind.
its
We love
eyes
blindness.
open?
That's why I'm saying if our leaders are woke, then we will be good to go. But
No
if they are
chance.
not, well, we are not.
Leaders, even the population
think-
has to be woke. But you see, we are coming up with pods like
That-
that. We are talking about telling the leaders, guys, you need to be woke. They're like, what do you want?
My friend.
Nothing serious. Like, okay.
Guys,
Yes. Congratulations.
I think moving on from government things, because we really do not want to join B-Wall
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
with his
I've been
relationship with the state, so we are cutting down on that.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. So away from Trump and his entire administration, for starters, man, we're diving straight into nothing serious for today, and I just want to raise a glass for the man that I'm about to mention. He's my main VP in this particular conversation. Man like Shakib.
This man.
Man like Shakib.
Oh, man like
Man like Shakib.
Our face.
Nanyini ba.
Deals in minerals, guys.
Zari's
He's a big
husband.
guy. He deals in minerals.
Kati
When
tugambe
every-
topic.
Tugambe.
Okimanyi nti waliwo ebintu byobeeramu nga biyinza okuweesa buwi title. Zari's husband.
Ekitegeera.
Bawaziwena.
I
Take him off the show. Take him off the show.
actually, I think he needs.
For the last 10 minutes, don't say anything.
Otegeera.
For the next 10 minutes,
Man.
for the next dash, for the next
Zari's
5
husband.
minutes, you need to keep quiet.
I am not holding this thing again. Every time we're ending the podcast, I'm not holding it. Michelle
Guys, let's relax. I wish we had 2 pillows because
Man.
we both need.
Both of them.
He needs to
Both
stop
of you.
bringing up Bebe Cool.
No,
I
but-
feel
no,
like
but-
I'm such today, not
No,
as what was saying.
his point, which
Four
is a very,
times?
very loaded point, very massive point,
very
is
loaded.
there are certain titles in this life that if you get it, you've arrived.
Yes.
And that title of Zari's husband,
Zari's
that's
husband.
arrival. And Shakib, I think Shakib is
That's
he's doing
it.
a very good job. He's holding the title well,
Yes.
and he's representing.
Yeah.
He's repping us.
Hypothetically, if we were to say bawa wini nwaji nga tugamba nga B-wall,
Ha.
ebintu biba bikyuseemu.
So anyway,
Otegeera?
The issue is, yeah.
So Shakib, guys,
Yeah,
Shakib has
first
been
wait,
trending.
the person that will be Bawa Mtuzo.
Mutuzo kituleke.
Mutuzo
Tuleke
nawe.
nawe, obadde otya?
Tuzo sigaze
Yeah.
ettaka lyo ne BMW.
Now,
Ogenda
the
maaso,
pod
ono
almost
muzeeko.
ended, but
Yeah.
I have not reminded you that.
Yeah.
So there's a show called Drama, Slow Motion, and More Drama.
That's according to you.
I can't say the name because they told me I might get sued.
Please.
Yeah, so no
If
names,
if
but you
watch
get
a
it.
show and there's a lot of drama, a lot of slow motion shots, and a lot more drama. That's the show we're talking about. Now, when this show aired and all that, a lot of it's basically about young
Are they young?
Africans. Yes, they are
Young is
Young
questionable,
Africans.
but
Young is
African
but they're rich.
absolutely.
young Africans, famous Africans. They're famous, and they're Africans.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So on this show, while all other countries were praising their representatives, Ugandans, there's a couple of Ugandans who are annoyed at the fact that Shakib introduced himself in Uganda. Yeah. They're like, oh, this is why Uganda is behind. You people, you don't like selling our what? Rather, you don't. You represent us poorly on the international scene and all that. Da, 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 da. And then, like Mutuzo is the person next to me.
Get a mask.
Oh yes, relax.
Guys.
Oh, like Mutuzo, there were people who
have your
voiced.
pillow. Wait.
There were people who are like, oh yes, we are happy.
is
Shakib
it
could
you?
compose himself in English.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how they say. They were like, okay,
What is that?
Oh, there's that person who looks like they have loading disease.
can
I don't
express
know.
himself.
There's a show I've
In
watched that has a lot of drama, a lot of
English.
posing.
Repulse.
And there's a
So in my guys, but wait, guys, what do mean.
What are you doing? What is this? What
There's
is
someone on the show
You need to
that
watch drama, slow motion, and more drama. That's all.
so somebody is. What
she,
is that?
she talks with.
Nodding
She's very
busy.
annoying,
Okay.
but she's very annoying, like extremely.
Is she pretty though?
Bruh. The previous person on that show, no offense,
Is Zari.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
Let me say it again. Is Zari.
Okay, so
Anyway,
Shakib
but-
introduced himself in Uganda.
In
yeah?
Uganda, some people were mad, and then some people were praising him
Yeah.
for composing himself in English, like the entire show and all that. And then some other women were also praising him for standing in a line of fire when it came
he
to
was
what?
such a gentleman.
To his woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
So in my head, I was like, before this show, everyone used to make fun of Shakib. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, me inclusive. I did. at
And
some
moving
point
forward,
make
we're,
some
we're
hurtful
going to
comments.
we're going to use our local languages for the next 1 minute or 2 minutes.
I don't know if that's a wise
Wait,
First,
idea.
wait, we're about to get there. We're about to get there.
we have to be proud.
So
But
people
listen,
were before the show, people were actually making way more fun of Shakib. They're like, oh man, you're simp, how can you go for a woman older than you? Da, 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 da. But now everyone is like, yo man, this guy
This
is
is
the
the
best
guy. Yeah, yeah.
amongst all the guys on the show and all that.
Yeah.
Why? Because apparently he can compose himself properly in English, which I feel like
It's not
that's
even
something you
about it.
shouldn't
He
praise
can
someone
actually.
for.
Yes, he's good.
And that's not something you should do. That shouldn't be your best attribute
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah.
True, he stood in the line of fire.
As should any man for his woman.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
have to stand in
As
the
should
line.
any
of
man
fire.
for his
Guys,
woman. Yes.
let me finish.
And
And then the English bit also. Now I've even lost my track.
No.
Let's start from English, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
As Ugandans, do we really hate our local languages that much? In that when someone expresses themselves in their local language, we make fun of it. And the examples are there of this. Eddie Kenzo. Every time Eddie Kenzo is out there on a public platform, the first thing people want to know is, did he speak in English or Luganda? If he spoke in English, okay, let's make fun of him.
Yeah.
If he spoke in Luganda, okay, let's still make fun of him. You
Yeah.
get? And yet, when you go to Nairobi, it's Swahili everywhere. Everywhere. Like people just, someone will help you to speak in English.
Yeah.
But on radio, on TV, in the malls, man, even in the spas, Swahili.
Oh,
yeah.
even in the spa.
So you've
Okay,
been to
go
a
on.
spa in Nairobi.
Of course, yeah. But let's not dwell on it.
let's
Moving
see
When
on.
you go
This
to
is
Rwanda, when you go to Rwanda, you've been to
Yeah,
Rwanda, so
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Tanzania, same thing. It's only here in Uganda where when you speak your local language, people are like, ah man, your guy are the local. Yeah. So before we continue,
Yeah.
I don't want us to say English is useless. Yeah. But going forward, let us try and discuss this topic in our own local languages.
First,
So
eh,
this man is from Amunyankore. Yeah.
what are we trying to achieve? Because we are going to. Do you know the story of the Tower of
If-
Babel?
Exactly. So if we
So we're going
actually
to confuse the viewers.
if we manage, this is an exercise.
Yeah? Okay.
Again.
Okay.
This is nothing serious. We can't finish
Okay.
the episode without a game.
All right.
So this is a game we're going to play. Your local language, your local language, your local language, my local language. Yeah. Because people say, we shouldn't speak in English.
So
da, da,
what
da,
should
da,
we
da.
say in this local language?
Auntie, we are not discussing this topic.
How will I understand what
you
you're
are
saying?
you're speaking English.
How will I
my
understand
friend.
what you're saying? Because you're going to speak your local language, which I don't
Notandikire
understand.
hati so.
So me, I don't know your local language.
Ebisigaire biri hali inyo.
This is what now.
Ati
Tubaye
Can't say.
ekyaliyo nagezaho kumanyisa ngu twatandika hatonde ikyo twatandika ebyasigala biri aliiwe you are either how do you say you are either
Shitamakuya.
Orinitwe ninga you are against us, how do you say against
What
us?
do you mean, Ninga?
Iwe.
Hey,
Twali mujungu.
Iwe. Guys, I can speak my local language very fluently,
Tandika
by
ati
the way.
tukubaza.
But
Aha.
hati
Obaino,
banzoleke mbagambe
ukabaza
story.
kia Shakib.
Banzoleke.
I hope we shall have some
Samanze.
titles. Because me, I'm already lost.
Banzoleke.
Now the viewers, I feel for the
Kambagambi.
viewers, but let's go on.
Kambagambire. Again, wait. It's not.
Let's give Mutuzo a chance.
Give me a chance.
Fine.
I just benyenda kubagamba
Gambir.
that Shakib nyowe nkamutuzo No, by the way, I just want to say I was so proud of. I felt how do they say proud in Rutoro? Jesus. Okay, I just need to consult someone. How do they say proud in Rutoro?
They'll be there in the comment
Guys,
section, so maybe.
I'm very fluent in Rutoro, by the way, very, very fluent. But like when you're on the hot seat, you sort of forget the words, which is why I am very proud of Shakib, by the way. And I said something about.
Let's go back. Proud. No. We have left proud.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Wevale nkagamba that nkahunira kurora abaliza oluzungu kumala eddakiika straight kandi akali mukukungana, which means ekikumanyisa amanyi oluzungu olulungi olukumumala. So I'll translate that quickly. I was very proud that he was arguing in English for 4 minutes, which means in a hot seat, and like when you have cameras on you, there is a way your language gets, like it sort of keeps a distance. For someone to argue in English for that long, and they had, let me tell you, people had put the standard so below the belt, like it was in the basement, below that basement, that when I started watching the season, I kept waiting to see how bad you get. Like that, by the time the wife came up to say, guys, stop talking about my man, I thought the man's English is like horrible. And then this guy was expressing himself. By the way, you people have horrible manners. Hold up. What do you mean rolinka?
Listen. Akoronga limoine sube. Okoroja subtitles ni narai. Akirono neramo. Rasa teso. That's the first thing.
I only had that teso from his ateso.
Shakib ni jajo kere yalama sonoi. Akirono samarajo kera beru ni Zari like kere Zari no. So Ibori Osodi Shakib.
I sound let him finish.
Osodi akono moja inera kona momin nera monoi teremami kesa munejenta akirono inerajo.
Why are you shaking your head like very
so you see, when everybody tries to speak their language, first of all, we have a lot of confusion, right?
Yeah.
Are you translating what you were saying?
No. I will not translate it.
Serious?
If you get it,
Yeah,
you get
it's just
it.
for him. It's just for Shakib.
Talk to me, I'll give you this.
Yes. That the reason why we are the way we are, we
As
seem
Ugandans.
we seem to think English is, kind of a measure of some form of intelligence or whatever. It's because there's a colonial background to it. That countries like Kenya and Tanzania and Rwanda, the advantage they have over us is that they have a unifying language, which we do not have. Yeah. We have over 56 different dialects. And bringing all these people together is a bit of a problem. So you get a unifying language. It's just that for us, we're unfortunate that the unifying language is foreign. And so this unifying language comes with its own culture, its own beliefs. For example, one of the beliefs of this culture is that it is superior.
Yeah.
So automatically, as an Itesot, as a Muganda, as a Munyoro, as a Mutoro, you believe that English is superior because it's been brought to you from the foreigners, right? So that's the first thing. And then secondly, I think we have to make the conscious decision as individuals to teach ourselves, to teach our children our local dialects, because they're very beautiful. They are what make you African, right? They are what make you who you are. Yeah. The challenge for very many people also going forward is when I bump into Eddie Kenzo and he's speaking Luganda, and I come from Teso, I'm lucky, I'm privileged to be somebody who understands and speaks Luganda as well. What I would not want, and what unfortunately happens, and which is why there's all this tension, is when I get into a room and he speaks Runyankore, now his expectation is that I need to understand it.
Yeah.
Right? Which makes me dislike the language already. Yet that shouldn't be it. So when he speaks his language, he's saying, he's saying these things, right? I don't understand that language, but he's going to assume that I must understand. How do you not know Runyankore? It is the national language. So I'm going to hate it. I'm going to automatically hate it. he is also going to hate my language. At the end of the day, no one is going to.
No one is going to.
So that's the challenge. In other countries, there is no such thing as hating another language.
Yeah.
Whether you're Hausa or Yoruba or Igbo or whatever, or speak your language, just have a commonality. And the commonality that Nigerians have over us is they develop that pidgin. That get Lungereza, get your local thing, mix them.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Don't we have something like Uglish or Luglish?
But that's also Luganda. That's based off of Luganda.
What is Luglish?
Have we had
Uglish.
Smacky Stop?
Ugandan
No.
and
Uglish. I think it's actually.
where
English.
Uganda is not what?
Uglish, but Uglish.
Lugandaring. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Man,
Excuse
Uganda is not
me?
Uganda.
So we don't have that.
Guys,
But if we had it, I think it would be very far.
I think there's someone that's watching that doesn't know Luglish, Uglish, whatever.
Yeah.
Please
Luganda and English.
talk to me. Same WhatsApp group.
You know,
I've
political
never heard about you.
Yeah. But embrace your
Lugli-
local dialects, guys.
Yeah.
So I
Embrace them.
want to know this, yeah. Yes, we are embracing our local dialects, but still, as Ugandans, how do we make that shift? Because I kid you not, even after this show, someone might watch a part of this clip and say, "Yeah, these guys don't know how to speak English,
Yeah.
or this guy speaks broken English." Like, why do we continue? I mean, the colonialists left a long time.
Yeah.
ago,
But
yeah?
not- yeah.
Yes, they left, and yes, we have to start the healing process, the moving on process. We can't just be, man, it's a colonialist issue, it's a colonialist issue, it's a
Well,
colonialist
find a
issue.
way to own up.
If there are plans, I know there's a plan right now where they're teaching Kiswahili around the entire country
Yeah, yeah.
in schools and all that. I think that's amazing for
It's
the
a very
young
welcome
generation.
idea, absolutely.
But now for the generation that is there right now,
It's gone.
for us who are going to come,
It's too late for
Is
us.
it safe to say,
too late.
for Biagana,
Yeah, it's too late.
let us focus on the young generation that's
Absolutely.
coming? They will have one language, hopefully,
Yeah.
that they can all use together. That's not English, but Fengafe.
It's a done deal.
It is
For us,
so.
it's a done
We
deal.
are
If you're
so
going to
gone.
that, there's so much going on in our heads as well.
Let me ask
we
you-
Like, we're
hardly
so
have
gone.
space for
let,
something new.
let me
Ask
ask you
me.
something. Yeah, can you date a guy who speaks broken English?
No. Again, I am owning up to this. I
Yeah.
am saying we are a gone generation. Let me tell you, first of all, I can't date someone that speaks broken English. I cannot date someone that writes shorthand, this, that, there, whatever. It goes as bad as I cannot date someone that cannot punctuate their sentences. That if you're done with a sentence, please put a full stop. Don't.
Man, guys,
Bruh.
So-
That's a lawyer right
It's a tight
here.
regime, eh?
It is.
This regime
It is a
ridiculous.
very so.
But yeah, standards are good. Standards are good.
So, I won't lie. I cannot date again. We are far gone as a generation. But one of my New Year's really.
And you say, you want to date.
Euro.
One
doesn't
of my
Rutoro.
New Year's resolutions.
What's
I
it
can't
in Rutoro?
speak it in Rutoro either. But
Okay.
was to make sure my daughter learns a local
Yeah,
language.
that's good. That's good.
I think I even said it on social media, and there was people that were bashing
they
me.
will always bash, they will
Nye,
always
nye, 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 nye.
But it's a good resolution to have.
But this year, my daughter at home, they know they are talking to Henry Toro. I try to talk to Henry Toro. It is bad. The buffaloes are like done
least
in the
it's- yeah,
country,
at least it's something.
but we are getting there. She is learning, and personally, I'm a very, very proud mom.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Would you go for someone who doesn't know English?
Who doesn't know English or who can speak good English?
Can't speak good English? Because fam, I know your friends.
Yeah.
They will make a meal out of that girl.
I
Bro.
know they will. They will.
so would you?
Our friends are dangerous people. Our friends are crazy.
Show me your friends.
So would you?
Yeah.
Would you
You're
date
dangerous.
someone?
If she cannot speak good English, that might be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
That might be a bit
By the way,
No, you
it's
see,
such a
let me tell
simple
you.
question, Joshua. Very simple.
Yes
It's
or no?
Yes
It's
or
actually
no?
not
What
that
do you
simple.
mean might be?
It's not
What?
that simple.
Yes or
No,
no?
there will be a challenge. That's what I'm
How
saying.
are you going to communicate?
How are you going to communicate? Just like you would say.
In Ateso.
Imagine she's Ateso. I'm a Munyanko.
Okay, you meet a Munyankole girl that
Yeah.
cannot speak English.
Huh?
And there's a way you can communicate Munyankole. Would you? Would you?
Yeah, I would. I would date them. But I'll tell them to shut the hell up when they're with my friends. Like, don't say nothing. Like, don't even say shit when my friends come. Like, just be mute. Like would be having glasses that have like dings on them.
Look in the camera and tell her.
I'm telling you.
Because she's watching.
Yeah.
She's watching. Tell her.
I will definitely date her.
date you. Tell her I will date you because she's watching.
Who doesn't English?
She's watching. The baby.
Yeah.
That baby.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, they understand English. They just they are bad
I
at
will
it.
date you.
Yes. But the accent, you simple.
Auntie, you have to tone it down for her to understand. You're not
I will
getting
date
it.
you.
Yes.
I will date you.
Uh-huh.
However, there will be rules and regulations to this relationship. One, when my friends are around, don't say shit. Don't say nothing. Just use sign language. I'll deal with my friends after. I'll be like, guys, we're going through a phase and we're using sign language for now.
Wait,
So-
where's my camera? I want to say something to that girl that will
Are
be
you done?
dating.
Yeah, I think
Okay, cool.
yeah.
I wish, you know, there's that video once on TikTok where that the guy would be sleeping and that she could wake up and like smack him
For
so
no reason.
hard, and then she'd go back to sleep and they would pretend like the guy got a bad dream. I really do that every night. You are Dasha's nightmare.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was about to ask B-roll, but then I remember he told me
Smacking comes
he
in
loves
pairs,
bass.
guys.
He loves
Do we have to say this on the podcast?
bass. I mean,
Would you date a bass girl
No.
that can't speak English? Bass, bass,
it doesn't matter as long as she has bass. That's it.
Yeah. Best.
Let's not ask me that question. Let's move on.
The boys know what it means, but
Yeah.
I think we've come
Bass,
to
bass,
the end
bass.
of
We've
the
come
podcast.
to the end of the pod.
Wait, would you?
I have already.
So yeah.
I've done it before. That's why I asked because I knew I had,
You just said the chick who couldn't speak good English.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Dang.
Bruh, man, she was random, yeah.
No.
I know you two will understand.
Yeah.
Bro, even me,
Yeah.
I'll be down
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was fam,
I
yeah.
don't get it. But
This
guys,
has been good.
We are done.
we
This
are
has been
done.
good.
I think we're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are done. I
Yeah,
think
we've come to a close.
you've overtalked abantu bagenda tukoowa tete twagala mutukoowe
Doesn't matter.
tubagala nnyo temutukoowa. They
Before we go,
overtalk.
like, share, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Our numbers are growing, by the way. You guys are massive. You guys
are massive.
absolutely
We love
We love
awesome.
you.
So close to you. Thank you so, so,
We have to
so
do like a dance for them.
Nika dance yako.
Thank
Mama, thank you very much.
Zirika.
We shall
Sit
catch
down.
you.
You are sick. Ogenda Zirika like